everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to take part in some feel-good yoga, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So we're going to start in a child's pose. Let's get there. Taking our hips down towards our heels and lengthening through our body. Take 3 more breaths here. And then come up onto all fours, coming into a tabletop position. So here, let's move through our cat and cow. Inhale, drop your navel to the earth, arch through your spine. Exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. So here we're moving from one pose to the other. Follow your breath. Feel into these movements. And now holding your tabletop still, keep your hips lifted over your ankles and then work your arms out and your chest down to the floor. Here we're in puppy pose. Taking a few breaths here as we open up through our front body. And then slowly come down onto our forearms for Sphinx pose. So here, take a look over your right shoulder, take a few breaths. And then come back through center and take a look over your left shoulder and take a few breaths. And then coming back to center, taking your fingertips wider than your space. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your left shoulder down to the ground. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, your right shoulder down. 2 more times on each side. Inhale up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And last time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale to lower your left shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release down. And coming back up, take 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Hands come underneath your shoulders. And we're pressing back into child's pose. Resetting here for just a few breaths. And then tucking your toes, lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Here, feel free to pedal 1 heel down at a time. And then situate yourself in a still downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, bend through the knee and open and stack your hips on top of one another. And then straighten through your right leg. Bring it all the way through in between your hands. Stay lifted through your chest as you breathe in. Exhale, long pyramid pose. Inhale, coming back forward. Exhale, long pyramid pose. And last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, long pyramid pose. So from here, we're coming down onto our left knee, reaching our arms up. And maybe cactus through the arms a little bit. Allowing your fingertips to reach the floor and shift back into half split pose. And then coming forward once more. Let's take a twist. You can lift your left knee off the ground if that feels good. Maybe reaching behind you if that works as well. And then coming back with our right hand. Our right foot will come back to meet our left. We're here in our plank pose. Slowly chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Switching sides, left leg lifts. Bend through your knee, open up your hip. Heel to bum. and straighten. Coming through into our lunge as we inhale. Exhale, long pyramid pose. Inhale, back forward. Exhale, lengthen through your left leg. Last time, inhale and exhale. Coming down onto our right knee. Lifting our fingertips up to the ceiling. And again, cactusing through those arms, allowing your elbows to melt first. And then your fingertips reach down, shifting into half split pose. Bringing your chest down as close to your left thigh as possible. And then coming forward, working our way into the twists. You can lift your right knee off the ground if you choose to. We're here, maybe reaching behind you. And then coming back forward with your left hand. Left foot comes back. We're in plank again. Slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And this time, we're meeting back in a child's pose. Taking time to reset here in this position. And taking one more full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck your toes, lift your tailbone up, downward facing dog. Immediately going right into our right leg, it lifts, bend through your knee, and straighten. Coming all the way through into our lunge and long pyramid. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times, inhale forward. Exhale, lengthen. And last time, inhale and exhale. Coming back forward into our lunge, lower our left knee, reaching up. And cactus through the arms, slowly coming down. Shift into your half split pose. You're doing awesome. And then coming forward. Here, we are tucking our left toes, lifting our left knee off the ground, flattening our back foot, and coming all the way up into warrior 2. Stay here nice and strong. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. And coming back into our warrior 2, our side angle pose. And back up into warrior 2. From here, cartwheel your hands down. And we are inside our right foot. Maybe heel toe it to the outside. We're going to end in lizard pose on this side. So taking your time to situate yourself. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Maybe coming down on your forearms. Take a breath. And we'll take a twist here before we leave. This side, breathe, lifting your right arm up and coming down. We're back into our plank pose, slowly lowering down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, bending through your knee and straighten. Come through. Stay lifted off of your right knee. Inhale, exhale, long pyramid pose. Inhale forward, exhale back, and last time inhale and exhale. Coming forward, lower your right knee, lift your fingertips up, cactus through your arms, and then releasing your fingertips down as you come into your half split pose. And then coming forward, tucking your toes, and we're taking that twist here. And then lower your hand down, flatten that back foot, lift all the way up into warrior 2. Settle into this pose, relax your shoulders, and reverse your warrior. Coming into side angle pose. And back up into our warrior two. From here, take your hands down to the inside of your left foot, heel toe it out to the side, lizard pose once again. Feeling free to come down as deeply into this pose as necessary. Just a few more breaths here. And before we leave this pose, taking a twist once again on this side, lifting our left arm up and breathe. And lowering down. Meeting back in our plank. Slowly lower as you exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job settling here for a few breaths. And then bend through your knees, walk your feet, jump or step up to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, root to rise, lifting all the way up. Palms come together at your heart space. We're going to take a little bit of a balance challenge here. I know you can do it. Bring your right knee up and arms sweep up. From here, sealing your hands back into your heart space and fly with your leg back. Holding here for a few breaths. And lower your back leg down, still lifted, crescent lunge. And vertical twist, left arm comes back behind, and we're twisting here. Coming back into our crescent lunge, and then back into our flying warrior here. And bend our knee back up, one-legged mountain pose. Maybe your arms come up overhead. Maybe you want to play around with lengthening through your right leg. And then lower back into mountain pose. Hands come into heart center. We're going to take a few grounding breaths here before we take the other side. Inhale, arms up overhead as we bring our left knee up. Lengthen through your spine, draw your navel in. Hands come into heart center. Allow your left leg to fly behind you. Maybe there's a little turbulence, and that's okay. That means your muscles are at work. Maybe pointing through your back toe. Keep your chest slightly lifted. And then bend through your right knee as you lower into crescent pose. Whew, that was a toughie. And then sweep your right arm behind, vertical twist, breathe. Coming back, forward, crescent lunge. And we're taking flight once more, hands come into heart center. And then our left knee comes forward. We're here in our one-legged high mountain. Maybe playing around with straightening through that left leg. And now we come back into heart center, mountain pose. Well done. Let's make our way back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Our last chaturanga here. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And coming down onto your knees. Bring your right knee up in line with your right wrist. Extend your left leg behind you. Slowly come down into pigeon pose. You've earned this one. Inhale here. Exhale. If you're down on your arms, come up onto your hands, roll onto your right hip, and bring your left foot across your right thigh. And we're coming into a seated twist, looking over our left shoulder. And then unwinding back, take your left leg out and square your shoulders to your left leg. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, forward fold, head to knee pose. And then lifting back up, take a twist towards your right knee, looking over your right shoulder this time. And then coming back towards your left leg, take your right leg over it, lengthen through your lower back, inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold here. And then lifting up from this fold, we're crossing at our ankles and taking our pigeon pose on the other side. So left knee comes forward, right leg extends behind, coming down as deeply into this pose as feels good. And breathe here. Lifting up out of this, rolling onto your left hip. Take your right ankle across our seated twist, looking over our right shoulder. Then coming back, extending our right leg out, squaring our shoulders to our right leg as we lift up. Inhale, exhale, head to knee pose. And then lifting up, take our left leg over our right, lifting through our lower back as we inhale, reach, exhale, fold. And coming out of this fold, slowly, you can bend your knees and roll all the way down onto your back. Slow, slow, slow. And once you make it, you can keep your knees bent, your feet shoulder distance apart, and take a little sway with your legs from side to side. And now draw your knees into your chest. Take a big squeeze here as you inhale. And exhale with a sigh. And let everything go down onto your mat, releasing your legs to the corners. Your arms can be placed away from your sides. Closing your eyes. Taking these few minutes to stay here in Shavasana. Listen to the sound of your breath. See where your inhale comes down all the way to your belly before your exhale releases back out. This is also an excellent time to connect with your intention. I will bring you back in just a little while. Enjoy this time here. feel free to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you need. If you are coming out of Shavasana, roll to one side. Stay for 3 full intentional breaths. And then slowly make your way up into a seated position. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, sealing your hands into your heart space. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, beautiful friends, for sharing this wonderful, joyful, playful practice with me. I hope that you are all doing awesome. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Michelle, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.